card do you wish to pick? We have card 1, alignment, card 2, enlightenment, or card 3, expansion. Just zoom in for you. There we go. Which one calls your name? I'll give you a few moments to look over. I'm so sorry, we've gone back to a wobbly camera because for some reason my program is struggling with using a JPEG in the program, so I'm just going to have to do this for now. I do apologise about the wobble there that's going on. It's my shaky hands. Okay, let's get on to your readings. If you need more time to look at the cards, then please do feel free to pause this section of the video before continuing to your time spent. Thank you. Hello, and welcome to your reading. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. And without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. You picked this beautiful card. Well, it was beautiful. I don't know what's happened to my cards lately. They've got a bit mangled. I left them on the table when the cleaner was cleaning. So, don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, it is a beautiful card. And it is the card of expansion, number 44. Editing Amy is going to put it up here for you now. And if I can get that exactly there when I say I'm going to, my editing skills are improving. Anyway, it's a beautiful card. You've got a star. It's beautiful. And then you have your chakra system in alignment. But it's almost like you're expanding. Your energy is expanding up and out. Oh, all of your chakras, all the way up to your galactic chakra. They're all in alignment. So expansion, I mean, the word itself, expansion, expansive, opening up. You're expanding beyond that which you were. So let's see what the card actually means, shall we, rather than me just sort of thinking on the word itself and the possible meanings of it. Let's get into the actual meaning of the card and we'll go from there. Travel at your own speed of light. Well, seeing as we're light beings and we all travel at our own speed, it makes sense, doesn't it? Are you keeping up with your life and all you want to create? Or are you holding yourself back with what ifs or buts? You limit your life through your beliefs. Everything you say and everything you do becomes true for you and is the platform on which you build your life. The playing field of life is unlimited and loving. You are an unlimited, loving and wondrous part of creation. You are perfect, right here, right now. You are different and therefore think differently to last week, last year, last decade, and yet you always will be you. What if you're observing is your view? What you are observing, is your view. It is neither right nor wrong. So you can choose what to focus upon. The events and experiences of your life will grow in meaning as your conscious expands. Learn to focus and dance in time with the energy and speed of your desires, and they will arrive easily in surprising and satisfying ways. It also says, in the inspired reflection and actions, what are you putting off because you feel time poor? Do what you love. Time will expand and your day will flow. Action does not make things happen on its own. Your actions are the way you participate in what you have created with your vibrational focus, which I'm always saying about, and I'm always saying about the ebb and flow of energy, pulling it to you with your intentional vibration. We always do that, don't we? I mean, we will bring into vision what we wish to create. And then with determination and focus, bring that into being with our action. But in order for a thing to be, we first have to imagine it, to bring it into our mind, to see it in all its glory as though it already is. That is creation. Take a piece of paper. At the bottom of the page, draw a cross in the centre. This is where you are now. Draw a cross in the centre at the top of the page. This is where you want to be. Or go. You know where this is going. I don't know if you've seen Event Horizon. 2 points. Fold the piece of paper together. Put the pencil through it. The piece of paper and the distance between 2 crosses represents linear time and space. Now fold the paper in half and bring the 2 crosses together. Now there is no distance between them. You can feel the way you want to right now by folding the piece of paper, and your desires occupy the same space. Can you feel it? And I read that really badly, so I'm going to repeat that for your benefit, because my mouth was not making the best use of itself. I'm so sorry, I'll say that bit again. Take a piece of paper at the bottom of the page, draw a cross in the centre. This is where you are now. Draw a cross in the centre at the top of the page. This is where you want to go or be. The piece of paper and the distance between the 2 crosses represent linear time and space. Now fold the paper in half and bring the 2 crosses together. Now there is no distance between them. You can feel the way you want to right now by folding the piece of paper. You and your desires occupy the same space. Can you feel it? So creation is all about feeling it as though it's here already. You're bringing it into being. You're literally folding space, time and space to your will through feeling it as though it's already here. And the universe responds, and I always say this, it's like an echo chamber. So by actually saying, this is what I am, remember the I am presence, the I am creator in you, for you are Prime Creator, the I am presence. Prime Creator gave that to you and wants to support you as part of Prime Creator to create in your own right. That is what we are here to do. Learn to be our very own creator. Because we are God's children. So the power of our mind, and I have been learning this so much lately, that the mind is the most powerful tool there is. Because with desire, if it's powered by intention, focus and desire, and you can actually allow yourself that joy and quite literally the imagination to believe it's already in existence, you're actually bending time and space to bring what you want to you. That's the power that you have. And the better you get at it, the quicker it'll happen. So you're expanding your mind now. This is what the card is saying to you. Start expanding your beliefs. Start expanding, not into something unfamiliar, into the familiar. Because where you've been is in the unknown. Because you've been asleep. We all have. We have all been in a dystopian dream of our own making. We all chose when we came here to knock ourselves on what I always say this, you knock yourself on the head with a silly stick because you want to have the experience of self-discovery. The soul wants to learn something new in every single incarnation that it comes here to have. But now we're moving beyond that. We're moving into the ascension process. We're moving into expansion. This is the time now, we're in the age of the Aquarius, where we are going to start expanding and realizing our true potential as creator beings, as part of prime creators. We are, each of us have a little spark of God, because God creates us. So therefore, every time God creates a soul, God gives a little of God's self to you. And you are given free will, and you are given your own power to create. Do you really think you're sat here watching this right now? Do you really think that this room that you're sat in is something that you haven't actually created? Have you actually ever thought about existence and where you fit into it? Have you ever had that urge to explore the deeper meanings to life? Have you started seeing synchronicities where there weren't any before? Is your mind starting to expand and see the possibilities where none were possible in your earlier years of existence, because you hadn't grown into that part of yourself yet? Now you're growing in to the realization that we are much more than we're allowed to believe in the system that we have been raised in, because we are. So let's see what the cards have for you, my darlings, because I'm intrigued now. Wow, what a card to start with, eh? Ooh, 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 oh, I love it. I had this card for a long time. It's the Hermit card. Now, when you go on a spiritual quest, on a journey of self-discovery, and you start down the path, the spiritual path, you'd spend a lot more time by yourself in soul searching. You become a hermit of sorts. And look, he's got his little lamp and he's shining the light into the darkness. And it's not because he's lost, it's because he's searching for the deeper meaning to the truths that life has to offer. It's a symbol of wisdom. He's looking for the light in his heart. He enjoys solitude, seeks truth in the dark, and listens to the opinions of others. So, are you finding that you are on this path at this time? Are you spending more time seeking the truth within yourself? Being more open with others when you do spend time, but finding that you really do get quality out of the time that you spend by yourself. I'll let you in a little secret. I've spent over 12 years in solitude, seeking the truth of who I am. Over 12 years. And I know I probably bored people then. I don't want to hear about your soul searching journey. Not anymore. I've listened to it enough. If you've watched me, if not, well, I was a hermit for over 12 years on a soul searching journey into my own light. And I'm still on that path, and I'm still searching, and I'm still going into my little lamplight. I don't think we ever stop, to be honest. I think we will always expand. Consciousness always expands. You, my darling, even if you feel like you're in a contraction at the minute and the expansion that was happening in your life has gone away, this card is here to tell you that it will expand again. It's not like things aren't going to happen for you anymore. They will. And I feel like I needed to say that. I feel like some of you probably are thinking, well, I don't feel expansive. My life hasn't done that in a while. But it will. Think of life like a game of snakes and ladders. You'll go up a ladder and you'll get somewhere great, and then suddenly you'll slip down a few, and then you'll go up even further, and then you'll slip back a little bit. But we always expand, we always go up a level. It just takes time to get there. And sometimes, as I was saying in my previous reading to this, it can seem like we're not getting anywhere at all. But in actual fact, we are. We are. We don't stop. We never stop. Our life always moves forward. So we have to give ourselves love and kindness and understanding and have faith. Faith is the most important thing you can have right now and moving forward into the future that's coming, okay? And that is faith in yourself, faith in the people around you, and faith that we're moving towards a better tomorrow, because we are. This is the ascension, it's not the descension. We're ascending upwards and outwards. We're doing this as a collective. We're going like this. We're not going like that. We're never going to do that again, okay? So all these weird things that are happening in the world at the moment that can feel really scary and can feel really, you can feel really at a loss. It's all part of a bigger divine plan in order to bring about conscious change in a direction that's going to suit us all, because God only wants the best for us, for his children. He doesn't want us all in misery. He wants us all in expansion and to be closer to him again. But in order to get there, the old systems and the old ways of thinking have to change, and the only way they can change is by collapsing. And so those who would seek to keep you imprisoned, those who would seek to keep you in fear, in doubt, in poverty, in lack, consciousness, to keep you controlled so that they can have power over you, so they can have all the money and have all of the continual control of the system, unfortunately, that's not going to happen for them. And you need to have faith in that plan in order to see it come about. And the only way to do that is to continually see things in a light that is going to bring it into focus as a creative being. Remember what I was saying at the beginning, how we do that? That's going to be very, very, very important for you, my darlings, to really start focusing on seeing the future that you want here now. I think you'd benefit from looking up all things ascension related, all things to do with spiritual path, and see where you land on it. We're all on our own journey, and I don't want to point you in a certain direction. I think you need to find your own way. But having expansion in the Hermit card certainly is indicative of you taking a very much needed time to search for who you truly are and really bring that into focus. It's time for you to be reborn into the child of the I am that you already are. And I know it sounds really weird what I just said, but it does actually make perfect sense. Let me just see what the next card is for you. Yes. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Cups in reverse. And that indicates that you got what you thought. You got what you thought and you thought you wanted, but it didn't make you feel the way you expected. How many times have you ever done that in life? I've done it, where you strive for what you want. You create what you think you want, and then when you get it, it's not what you wanted at all. Sometimes what we think is the right thing for us isn't. But that's part of the learning process, isn't it? Is like understanding you, and the only way you can start to understand yourself is to start that exploration process. There is no wrong choice, because even though it isn't what you thought you wanted, it's still a right choice because it's taught you what you don't want. Do you see how by changing your perspective on your journey in life, you actually turn it into a really fun exploratory process where there is no, it's in equanimity, there's no wrong thing. It just becomes an even-keeled exploration of self. Even when it's a wrong thing, okay, it's wrong. It's wrong in as much as not what's right for me. That doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means it doesn't gel with my vibration. So I know what doesn't fit who I am. Now let's find what does. Let's go on a fun exploration and let's try some different things. Let's be spicy. I think variety is the spice of life. And that is something I don't think you've allowed yourself the exploration of. I don't know why. Something tells me maybe lack of confidence in your ability to create what it is that you truly want, because you've had a lot of this, maybe. It just makes me feel like you're like, oh, I don't know why my heart's dropping right now, but I feel like it is a bit of, oh, well, I don't know how to do that. I don't know what. Yeah, but look what I'm creating. Look what I've been creating. A whole lot of bad situations. How can I turn it around? It's as simple as saying it's not a wrong situation. It's just what didn't suit me. It's not about wrong, right and wrong in life. And I know people are going to go, well, what about people who do this bad thing? And what about people who do that bad thing? In the light, and people will say, well, this doesn't sound right to me. In the light, there is no right or wrong. It is equanimity. God does not judge. It's called unconditional love. When you unconditionally love someone, you forgive them all things, and you don't ever judge them badly for the mistakes. And it is mistake. It's a learning process, right? Sin in the Bible, sin, when it's translated from Aramaic, is actually mistake. They don't tell you that in church, do they? It's a mistake. We don't punish children for mistakes. It's a learning process. You are God's child. It's a learning process. And it's time that we started treating everything with equanimity from a place of unconditional love within the self. We didn't have that afforded to us when we were children, did we? We were always punished for our mistakes. We were punished in class for our mistakes. Everything was punishment, punishment. We're coming from a realm of punishment, but we're now moving into a realm of unconditional love, into unity, equanimity, oneness, consciousness. And in order for that to take effect, we have to start stopping the judgment of self and others. And a very good place to start before you start trying to do it with other people is doing it with yourself. Because kindness starts in self. Kindness starts at home, right in here. Love starts at home, right in here. And I will always say it, and I sound like a broken record, but it's true. Self-love is the place where all things turn your life around, because you are the vibrational sphere through which all things will come into focus. So if you start vibrating unconditional love of the self, that then turns out towards others, because you have seen all things through your lens of self and been non-judgmental. People then start to feel that they can be themselves with you because you love yourself entirely. You're not going to judge them, are you? You're going to take them at face value and beyond, because there is no right or wrong. It's equanimity. And people can then come out of their own shells and drop the masks. And it's the masks that are the problem. People put on masks, and they're different people with different social groups at work, at home. They have all these masks. And when you aren't happy with yourself, you come home, close the door, and feel really tired. Because you've been playing at being all these different people all day long. And isn't that exhausting? So you see, once you start living from your heart-centered consciousness for the self, and you start pulling off those masks that you've been putting on and allowing the love of yourself to come to the fore, and realizing that all those judgments that people have put on you, that you've been carrying all these years, you can relinquish and heal and get rid of. You start to lift your vibrational energy, and that vibration then flickers out around you, and the universe is an echo chamber, and that then flickers back, and the people around you change, and the situations around you change, and your path will open up before you. Because what are we doing? Expanding. We're expanding our vibration. And so all those things that you thought were mistakes were not. They were you finding yourself and your path and finding equanimity. Huh? Ooh. This is interesting. Well, you've got the Eight of Wands reversed next to the Nine of Cups. So it looks as though because you got what you wanted and it didn't make you feel the way that you expected, you then got impatient and felt about the inability to cooperate and coordinate, thus losing control. Your plans are delayed and the thoughts of avoiding responsibility will begin to appear. Ooh, because that's what you got and you didn't want it, and now you've got this responsibility of having it in your life. Oh dear, what a lot of sticky mess you've got yourselves into. What a lot of drama. Do you know what fixes those messes and that drama? Honesty. Being honest with yourself and with the people that you've involved in this exploration with you. And I know that there can be hurt feelings. I know that there can be tough situations which you have to then work out, close down, and move forward in either business or relationships or friendships. These situations, usually for a business or a friendship, these things need honesty. And this is one of your tests as a soul that you give to yourself. Can I be open and honest with my feelings, that I don't want this anymore, that I changed my mind, that I want to back out, that I need to stop this because it feels vibrationally wrong for me? You will win more respect, more love, and a better way forward for yourself and those around you through honesty. It's always the best policy. And I see time and time again when like in the past, I've said to people, you really should be honest there. And they do not do it, and it causes heartache, loss, pain, drama. And it's like a wave that goes out because they do not wish to face the truth of the situation that they themselves got themselves in, but then thought, actually, no, I didn't want that. But they don't back out honestly. They're not truthful. And that is the problem. That you need to be honest. Honesty is always the best policy. Don't go getting impatient. Patience is a virtue. And I know I sound like a fortune cookie right now. I do. But these sayings and these lessons are lessons for a reason. Because at the end of the day, avoiding responsibility when you were the one who took yourself there is a bad policy to get to. Avoiding responsibility means that you are actually leaving yourself with an energetic blockage that you will then carry with you because you did not do what was right. Why leave yourself with a karmic tie that you can fix in the lifetime you're in? Why leave yourself carrying baggage and regret when you can just be honest and be heartfelt in your apology and be heartfelt in the truth of who you are It's freeing. It allows you to be free from the situation. It allows you to be free from the person. Whatever this is, it allows you to be free. Okay? So I'll just leave that one there. And that's for you to choose to do. See, this next one is in total opposition. This is brilliant. This is the Page of Pentacles. And he's down to earth. Look, he's standing on terra firma. And he's idealistically holding his wealth in the palm of his hand. So yeah, I mean, he's down to earth. He takes things seriously. And he plans for one's future. And I think really, if you're going to take life seriously and stop, I want to say this, but don't take this offense, this dicking about with people and yourself, it's a good place to start. Terra firma, ground zero, build from the ground up. Start looking at what you really truly want for yourself and take it back to basics. And take it back to basics within qualities, within the self. It's not about possessions and wealth. They're very good things to have, if that's what you want, but there are better things to build than finances, because I've heard of people who won the lottery and it made them really miserable. Why? Because that's not the be all and end all to what life really means. Do you know the true meaning of life? Love. And finding wealth within yourself is a good place to start. And then being down to earth with what truly is going to make you happy and what you want for yourself is a good place to start. Once you find what makes you happy and truly love yourself, the people that are going to come into your life are going to be the ones that are on your same level as you, because you've already figured stuff out. Ooh, this is the card of duality. So something tells me that moving forward into 2025 is going to be the year for financial decisions for you, because we've got two pentacles together. And so whilst I think you still need to have that little look within, also there are going to be some financial opportunities coming up for you maybe, but I think it's going to have to come from a place of being grounded within what you can truly do, and don't do the pie in the sky. Okay? So, because look, I mean, he's weighing up his decisions and his opportunities financially. So it might be that you are going to be looking at expanding your business, or new business opportunities, or new partnership with someone coming in next year. But it is really about making sure as you expand, you remember your past experiences and don't repeat them. So learn from your past history, and really start expanding on who you are as you go forward in expanding your life. Okay? Ooh. And as much as you're going to be very expansive, they're also saying, the angels are saying, please take the opportunity and time to drop out of life, resting your weary wings to recharge and zone out. So make sure that you do take the opportunity to rest. I know if you're going to be doing like business stuff and, you know, maybe slimlining, no. I can't remember the words I'm looking for. Oh, my brain today. I can't talk. I can't remember the words. Oh, dear. Well, I suppose that's what comes from having MS. Sorry. Streamlining. Thank you, guys. They always help me out. Streamlining your life. Right. The angels are also saying, and I've got two cards from the angels here, ear chakras. Now, Ear chakras. You're thinking, ear chakras? What? Notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are the real answers to your prayers. So they're asking you to pay more attention to your guides, and to the synchronicities and the, you know, like when you hear a song and you think, oh, that's weird, that reminds me of this, and oh yeah, that actually makes sense. Do you see what I mean? Like hidden messages, start paying attention to them. They really do actually, they're like little gold nuggets on your path, like Hansel and Gretel with the breadcrumbs. It's really quite cool. Oh, I don't know how popular I'm going to be with the next card, but I mean, I think it's a cool card, but then I am vegan. Because you're expanding in your energy, veganism, I always say it's the way of the future. Why? Because it's the highest vibrational food group that you can have when you're expanding as a soul. Fresh organic fruits and vegetables give you a boost of high life force energy, which elevates your spiritual frequency. I love being vegan. It gives me great soul. I feel at peace with the choices I make. I feel love in every choice I make, because it is, I know we get a bad rap as vegans, but truly it's the path of love. That is the path we take. I love Gaia, our planet Earth. I love her deeply, and I'm sure you do too. But it's about every single choice you make is a loving choice to end animal suffering and suffering for Gaia, the planet. She is a conscious entity. She needs our love and support. You know, when you start thinking about every choice that you're making, and you start thinking with your heart with those choices, it becomes ever more important to embody that love in what you take into yourself. I won't talk about it much more because everybody's entitled to their own choice, but they are saying that vegetarianism and veganism is the way for card 3 to go moving into the new year. It is actually something that they really would like you to start focusing on, because it would benefit your body, because you are expanding. Ooh, your spirit guides are saying it's time for preparation, prayer, and sacred ritual. And then you're probably thinking, what are you on about? Preparation, prayer, and sacred ritual? I'm not a witch. No. We all have our own sacred things that we do. I light candles every day, and I light incense on my altar, and it is a nod to Prime Creator, to the angels, to my family in heaven. It is my ritual that I do every day. It's like the ritual of me lighting my candles. I pray for people. I pray for the planet. I pray to the archangels and to Prime Creator. I do prayer every day. And it is literally about preparation for your expansion. You are moving into ascension. You need to be eating a vegan diet. Okay? Get more organic. It has to be organic. Organic vegetables. I know our diet is the most expensive one. Why? Because they don't want you to expand yourself and to move beyond that which you are not. Because you are in what you're not. You're moving into what you are. They can't stop it. No matter what they try, they won't be able to. Right. And they're saying as well, have reverence, kindness, and consideration for yourself and for others. The High Lady of Love and Compassion. I love that card. And it's about, do you remember me saying at the beginning of this reading, have lots of loving kindness for yourself. Start really being that being of love that you've always tried to find in others but couldn't because you haven't found it in yourself. Give it to yourself every day. That love, that compassion, that kindness. I mean, buy yourself flowers, chocolates. Do the things that you wish other people would do for you, for yourself. Why have other people do it when you can do it yourself? I buy myself bunches of flowers, chocolates if I feel like it. I constantly treat myself with the love and respect that I lovingly deserve. I don't even use harsh words against myself anymore. I never even call myself nasty names anymore. Why? Because I deserve better. So I give myself better, and you can too. Right. The archangels. I always love what they have to say because it always ends. It's just like the punchline to the reading every time. I love them so much. Now, the archangels, the first card that they want to give you is communication. The angels remind you that being spiritual is about being genuine and honest. Sorry, that was a bit high-pitched, wasn't it? Oh, goodness. When you speak from the heart, others feel the resonance of truth and trust you. And if you're going to be making money-based business decisions and want to make a way forward, that balance and the duality of being like yourself and not repeating bad situations, speaking from the heart, so that people feel that resonance of truth and trust you is going to be so important moving into 2025. Talk positively. Oh my gosh. See what I mean by the punchline? Talk positively. Focus on the good in life and you will feel happier and healthier, my darling. Communication is a two-way process. Listen with interest and respond openly. This will improve all relationships, and it really, 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 really does. I mean, I'm still learning. I don't always listen. Sometimes my ears still closed down. We are all a work in progress, but it is constantly working on it and not giving up. And I think that is, you know, we always expand. We never go back. We'll always get better, even when we make a mistake. It is just a mistake. As long as we make improvements, hey, let it go. It's fine. If others make mistakes, let it go. It's fine. We don't have to have the people that don't resonate with us in our lives. We can let them go. It's fine. Let them go with love on their way. Communication is a two-way process. Listen with interest and respond openly. This will improve relationships. I think I just said that, but I'll say it again. Communicate constantly with Source using prayer, which is asking, and meditation, which is listening. I cannot meditate at the moment. Not for very long. Today, I think, was the first time I really managed to slip into a space where I was listening. And it was great. But I've been really struggling. I know how hard meditation is. Just keep trying. We're all working on it, you know? Always keep channels of communication open. Be a bridge to others' hearts and minds. I love that. Oh, isn't that lovely? Be a bridge to others' hearts and minds. Ask your angel, not as. Where's the K gone? It walked off. Ask your angel to step into your aura and communicate in a higher way through you. That's a good one, isn't it? Just go, yo, can you step in here? I'm struggling. Give it a go. Tell me in the comments if anything happens. I would love to know. Your affirmation, I communicate clearly and honestly. And your last card, and I think this one really does give you that little bit of what you're missing, because I felt like up here something was missing, and I think this is what they want to ask you to put in that missing space within you that you're feeling lackluster about life. And it is adventure. Life is an adventure, and it is. Do you remember when we were kids? Everything was an adventure, wasn't it? Even going through some bushes was an adventure, because you didn't know what was on the other side. Inquiring minds. That sounds a bit dodgy now that I think about it with adult mind, but hey, as a child, everything was innocent. Be ready for the next unexpected, and be ready for be ready for the unexpected. Oh, well, I can't read today either. And make the most of all opportunities. The wisdom suggests you get out of any habits or ruts in which you are stuck. Maybe that's what I was feeling, because I was feeling something up here with you that is just, you're not in alignment. Like here. You're not in alignment, and you're coming into alignment, but I think you really need to pull yourself out of that mentality. You're not stuck. You never were. But in order to pull yourself to go forward into 2025, make it an adventure. Start anew. You never have to stay in the same space, but you can always keep moving in a new direction. Don't worry about whether it's right or wrong with you. Everything in life is planned anyway before you even get to the earth plane, and you've got guides that will steer you. Just be open to listening to what they have to say. And that's what they were saying. Listen in meditation. Look for the signs on the road. Go with an open heart and mind. See your dreams and feel like they're already coming in your direction, and then before you know it, they'll be here. Do things that are different and face life with a sense of wonder. If the path ahead seems dark, do as you would if you were exploring a dark place. Ask your angels to light up the way, then watch for the signs and signals that tell you where and how to go. Explore the new with excitement and courage. These magnetic qualities attract money and career opportunities. I know I can't blink. I can't wink, okay? I blink when I wink. It's really annoying. Anyway, what was I saying? Explore the new with excitement and courage. These magnetic qualities attract money and career openings and add zest to relationships. Not going to try and wink again. The angels are inspiring you to move forward with anticipation, expectancy, and hope. And your affirmation here is, I face the adventure of life eagerly. So, I communicate clearly and honestly. I face the adventure of life eagerly. And because you are in a time of expansion, it's time to make sure you look after yourself. Know that you're exploring life and there is a lot coming up for you. Be open to listening to the messages that are coming your way. Look into a vegan diet, because that is something that's really going to benefit you. And it's a time of preparation, prayer, and a sacred ritual to bring the things you want into your life, and have reverence, kindness, and consideration for yourself and others. This has been your reading, and it has been wonderful. I have loved having the pleasure of your company, my darlings. If you have liked this reading and it resonates with you, please do leave me a thumbs up. There's been a lot of watching on my channel, but no interaction, and I appreciate people watching. But if they don't leave me a thumbs up or comment, or I do not know how I am doing, I do not know whether to keep going sometimes. I think to myself, what am I doing? Am I insane? No, I don't think I'm insane. And I've really enjoyed having your company today. I love you, whether you're new or old to this channel. If you like this and you want to stick around, please hit the subscribe button, click that thumbs up, and I do try and get a video out every week for you, and one of spiritual life, which is coming up very shortly after I get this one out. And I will see you again in my next video. Do take care of yourselves. You are so precious, so loved. I bow to the light in you. Namaste, my darlings. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.